This episode of TechZilla is brought to you by T-Mobile's new Samsung Galaxy S3. I'm Patrick Norton.
And I'm Robert Heron.
Welcome to TechZilla, hands-on reviews of the latest tech and how to make the most out of the gear you've already got.
Hey, whether you're a beginner or you're tech support for your friends and family, if you've got a question about tech or a safer paint stripper, well, we've got an answer for you.
Yes, we do, because I'm stripping every window in the house.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That requires a good one. Orange scented, perhaps?
Yes. Citrus strip, I think it's called.
Always good.
The Olympics are here. Check this out. You go to the NBCOlympic.com website, and you go to the online listings, and NBC says you has all the Olympic streaming online. We'll get to that in a second, though, because it's an amazing, right? Like this, you can pretty much get all the sports that you never get to see, like the wrestling trials, and it's amazing. Like they have all of it on here. I mean, obviously, we're not going to watch this stuff until August 5th, but let's talk about how to get the best looking Olympics experience video.
Basically, you're going to want to attach an antenna to your high-definition TV and tune in your local NBC affiliate. That's going to get you great quality, full HD quality for free if you have the equipment ready to go. And those tuners are built right into the TV. If you don't have an over-the-air tuner in your TV, you can attach an inexpensive USB tuner to your personal computer, and you can connect that to the television and watch that way, or watch it right on the computer itself. And if you're thinking of rolling with a Mac, think of Elgato products. They're really good about providing tuners and other accessories for getting your TV on the computer.
Or on the OS X.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? So, you go to Hotpot, you get an external TV tuner, which is what I thought I was going to have to do. I cut the cable a long time ago. And I got to say, I was really excited thinking about all the sports that never actually make it to the Olympics, right? I mean, wrestling, kayaking, sailing, shooting. I was thrilled to hear that NBCOlympics.com would stream all the events live until I got to this shot. Boom! No, you're not, Mr. Norton. You're a cable cutter. You got to have cable or satellite to get a password to actually log on to get the Olympic video.
Okay, so you have to have some sort of cable TV subscription in order to use the streaming services on their site. Or cable or satellite.
Or make a phone call to call your friend to configure the Olympics to stream when he's over at my house.
Yes. Here's my password. Wait, did I say that out loud? No.
This is embarrassing, right? A decade of telling people that stealing MP3s, downloading movies, downloading television episodes online is wrong. Not paying for content is wrong. And NBC and the Olympics finally break me and get me to cross that line. Still ain't stealing music.
OS
Brazil.
10.
Brazil.
I know. You need your fix.
I got to turn this on. Cameroon versus Brazil.
No scores. And it's live streaming. Okay, I can calm down for just a minute. Hey, OS 10, 10.8, aka Mountain Lion, rolled into the App Store this morning. Apple priced it at a penny under $20 to encourage everybody to run out and buy the Mountain Lion, which it really isn't all that different from Lion, apparently.
Before we get to the 5 features we like, let's talk about something called Gatekeeper, or at least something that I was told was called Gatekeeper. Check this out. It's set from the factory. So you go into Security and Privacy, and you go General, and you click the lock to make changes. And natively, OS X is now set to only download applications from the Mac App Store and, quote, identified developers. I'm going to change that to anywhere. Because basically, I just feel like this is the beginning of the end of software applications being available for installation anywhere other than the Apple App Store. And Apple's like, oh, it's just $99 for a developer fee, and we're not really going to look at your applications. But in my experience...
What about for like guests or parents or someone you're setting up a computer for? Would that be something you might want to enable?
If you lock down a guest account that they don't have administrative privileges, they're going to be locked down. But for me, I immediately you're not going to be able to install VLC. You're not going to be able to install some of our favorite software.
Gotcha.
Unless VLC's certified under the App Store, which I kind of doubt it.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fix that. Cool. We're going to turn that one off. Look, number 5, AirPlay, right up in the top of the toolbar. AirPlay is actually now configured inside of OS X, like a number of other iOS features like reminders, notes, and messages.
Sweet.
Number 4, are you the person that actually uses Safari? You're actually going to love the fact that Safari has the new search bar. And
have they updated it?
Well, check this out. So if I go into the search bar and...
I'm not a huge fan of Safari, but...
Well, normally, right, you go like men's shirts. And normally when you type that in, Safari would try to turn that into a URL and tell you there is no URL like that. So they actually, basically, I'd have never noticed if it was for MG Seigler's story on TechCrunch. I hate Safari. But essentially, Safari has copied Chrome, a unified top text bar that smartly handles both URLs and searches. This is a good thing. Props to the Safari team for taking a good look at something from Chrome and
I
integrating
expect that of every web browser I'm using nowadays. You should be able to just type pretty much anything into it. It should help you figure out what it is you're looking for. Number 3, you mentioned the Notification Center.
Oh yeah, so Notification Center kicks over on the right. I'm still actually configuring everything this morning. But basically, right, you're familiar with Growl. Apple did a great job integrating the background notifications we came to know and love, or hate and shut off, from Growl, the awesome open source software. Notification Center standardizes the pop-ups into OS X. It's integrated with some OS X applications, some Apple applications. Now you can expect developers to start taking advantage of that. Just brace yourself for when Chrome or Safari lets you know that you have new mail every 15 seconds on a busy day.
All those notifications off.
Number
by
2,
default.
it feels snappier. Apple hasn't said a thing about performance, but I will say it feels it feels a little bit tighter.
Better use of the memory, better use of the hardware.
Who knows?
Tighter
actually,
code.
Some people said, I think actually MGC Seigler again said that they did a lot of work to make scrolling work better. Some of the basic visual features or visual cues. In any case, it feels good. Number 1 though, just like we said in our preview when we were looking at the developer's version, voice dictation built into OS X. It actually works. That is pretty cool.
Awesome.
If you ever wanted to talk to your computer and have it print on the screen, get your Scotty on Hello Computer. So you could write down the recipe for transparent aluminum. Excuse me, the formula for transparent aluminum.
In case you're shipping whales across space. Anyway.
$20 people for OS X Mountain Lion. I think it's a thumbs up. It is just that cheap, and some of the new features are actually kind of cool. Let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors.
We want to thank T-Mobile's new Samsung Galaxy S3 for making this episode of TechZilla possible. With Samsung Share Shot, you can take a photo and share it automatically with up to 5 other devices. Once you enable Wi-Fi Direct Connect in the settings, you can connect to the other devices. Choose Share Shot in the camera settings, and now all of your photos that you take will be sent automatically to the other phones. You can choose the same thing with video too. In the gallery, choose the Wi-Fi Direct icon, and you'll be sending over the video. Imagine how great this would be at a concert to share all of your photos and videos automatically with your friends. When combined with T-Mobile's 4G network, the Galaxy S3 will let you do things you would have never imagined. In fact, this whole spot was shot with the S3's 720p camera. Head over to this URL to learn more and maybe even win a phone or other Samsung product in their Spin to Win contest.